All right, so we are doing a weekly call, and basically I'm going to be going over the Ultimate Portion Fix. See if you guys have any questions. We can talk about it and just outline some dates. You guys probably already know all this stuff, but I know for me it's nice to get it all organized in my head. And just I also have like a slide. So I have a PowerPoint again. I have a slide that's just kind of like ideas for us to kind of brainstorm together for promoting it. I know for me I haven't wrapped my mind around it completely. I've done a couple of certification videos, and I wanted to brainstorm with a couple other people and just think about some ideas and things that we can have to promote it, whether we're going to do challenge groups and things, just so we can move our businesses forward and help as many people as possible. I am going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So we've got our call today. So this is the most important slide. And I know we have a half an hour allotted. We might not even take that much time. But if we just have other general questions, you guys feel free to ask. This is not a formal, webinar or anything. So we're just here to have fun and learn from each other. All right. So let me move this around a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we've got lots of dates. So obviously you guys know Fruit Punch has launched. The stick packs are still sold out right now. I just tried actually ordering some today. They're still out, but then you can get the tub. I was kind of curious if you guys want to mute yourself if you've tried the Fruit Punch and if you liked it. Have you guys tried it yet?
I have.
Did you like it?
It was a little too sweet at first, but I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
And I've heard some people do a mixture of the two, half and half.
Yeah.
Haven't tried that. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it that it's a variety. Having a little
absolutely
option. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of bummed because I didn't get that tingle. I don't know, because I usually do 2 scoops. And I was like,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I didn't feel that at all. And not that, some people don't like it, but that was just like kind of an after effect. I'm like, where is it? And I've noticed it a little bit here and there, but it's not every time I drink it. So
yeah, that's true. I usually get the like kind of itchy face. Like I'm like,
I'll be like
my video, I start my video that I'm like, but yeah, I didn't notice it with the Fruit Punch. That's now that you say that, I still felt like it gave me the energy I needed.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice that I was lacking in any energy,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. But maybe that's a way too that we can market it. Cause I have some people who are like, I don't like the tingly feeling. They're just like, that's just weird. I don't feel like that's natural or whatever. And so that's kind of where my mind's going with this, is that, this gives you the same effects. It's still all natural, still vegan, plant-based, and you don't have those tingly feelings. So
that's interesting, because I never noticed the tingly with the lemon, with the original flavor, and I kind of like that in my pre-workouts. I like to get that jittery and like, hey, all right, it's time to go. And this, I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, so you don't get it with the lemon one either?
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe you just have special enzymes. I don't even know if that's the right word. I'm just making up stuff now.
Could be, or I think it's just because they don't have some of, like, it's not fully loaded with caffeine, and it's not like some of the other pre-workouts I've had. Like my husband got super tingly with it and didn't like it, but I never felt that, and I never really feel overly amped up by it. But to each their own. I'm excited to try out the flavor though of I'm gonna get some packets of the Fruit Punch and try it flavor wise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I checked too, I thought maybe they would have samples in the sampler packs for the performance samplers. They still didn't have the Fruit Punch in there. So maybe they'll add it in there and you could just get one of those and give out samples. I don't know. Just an idea. So upcoming dates. So I kind of just outlined upcoming dates. I'm a success partner with another team, they're just local to where I live. So she actually had a call last night. It was so helpful because it helped me outline this meeting. So a couple of dates and things. Obviously, you guys know the Ultimate Portion Fix launched this week. It's open right now for coaches only. So we have this small window of time to kind of really dive in, learn, and to start blasting it as right now. And Autumn is saying the same thing. She just went live a little bit ago talking about how to share this in your IG stories. You can obviously share it in your FaceTime or your Facebook stories. Just start sharing. Like I posted something today about it. And yeah, if you guys aren't in those groups yet, I posted it in the Dream Nation page. The links you guys can get in if you have already purchased, the Ultimate Portion Fix. So there's 2 different groups. So be mindful of that. One is for us coaches as a certification piece, and then the other one is for everybody. So it'll have customers and coaches in it. So just be mindful of those 2 groups. You want to get in both of those if you're doing both. Hey, Darcy, how are you? Just wanted to say hi because I saw you popped on. All right, so obviously tomorrow we're having Power Half Hour. We'll do that at 12:15 if you guys are interested. That's just quick 8-minute, flush it out, get all these done, all this business building activities. So it's not very formal. Carol, you run these 2 each week, so don't forget she has those too. If you guys need a little extra boost or just want to do it with a friend, just like with our workouts, sometimes when you have a buddy system and you have someone who's counting on you to be there, you want to follow through a little bit more. So that's tomorrow, March 18th. That's when customers can actually purchase the Ultimate Portion Fix. So I've been hearing a lot of things about starting challenge groups that day. I don't know if you guys have already thought about that or if you guys had other dates in mind. I'm pretty sure that's when I'll start mine, which I need to get scheduled ASAP. And then, of course, the actual Ultimate Portion Fix coach test group begins. That's for everybody. So that'll be one of the groups that you'll be in on Facebook. And then March 25th, that's, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's the last day to get into the certification group and access the group content. I believe they're shutting it off, like no one else can get in after that date. So if you're still like not sure if you want to do the certification, you're just kind of playing it around with it, you'll want to make your decision before the 25th so you can get in that group. Obviously, you'll still have access to all of the videos and things on the nutrition tab in BOD, but for being in the group with Autumn, similar to the Transform 20 groups and the 80-day obsession groups, this is strictly for the Facebook group. Any questions so far?
So even if you want to get certified, doesn't matter, I'm not dead set. I'm in the group with Autumn, but you can get certified after March 25th. You just won't be in the group.
Right.
Or are they cutting off? Yeah, they're not going to cut off certification.
I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think they're going to. Because just like 2B Mindset, I think you can still get certified for that, right? Because it's a self-paced video series. So you do that, you take your test, then you're certified. So I'm pretty sure it's still,
it would make sense because like people who haven't signed up for coaches yet may still want to be, Portion Fix certified. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then April Fool's 1st, I was singing April Fool's Day in my head. So April 1st, the 21-day fix is going to start live. Not the extreme, just the 21-day fix. So Autumn will be shooting that live. So that's when another good time to maybe start your challenge group. The other thing to be mindful of is that the same day that T20 is launching in BOD. So I don't know if people want to pair up for a BOD launch because, I have a lot of customers who are like, I don't want to do the early access, but I'm going to do it when it starts in April. So I'm trying to think about how to integrate them into, and support them along in that process too. So that is when the workout starts. We have 2 launch dates on April 1st. So T20 will be launching in BOD for everyone, and then 21-day fix will be for the VIP early access. April 13th, I don't know if this is across the board for everybody, but that's when my local super weekend is. We'll actually be in St. Louis. So just keep that in mind if you guys are wanting to go to the Super Saturday, Super Weekend, Super Sunday, whatever you know it as. They're really great just for collaborating with other coaches and just hearing new things. I always get a lot out of them. And then I love doing the group workout because that's just my jam. So check that out in your area if you guys want to go to that. And then April 29th, the 21-day fix extreme live will start. So I've been hearing a lot of people are, they're going to do 2 different workout groups. They're going to do the April 1st 21-day fix That's going to be one challenge group. And then starting on the 29th, they're going to do another round. So it's like while your April 1st 21-day fix group is going, sorry if you guys hear my son, he's playing Fortnite like right above me, and I keep hearing, so, and then on the 29th, they're going to start another group. So you want to be mindful of that while your 21-day fix group is going. To start with prep week, keep inviting, keep getting people interested if they want to do the extreme. And as I've heard, and I think, Carol, you had mentioned this too, extreme is really hard. And Autumn said the same thing. She's like, that is one of the hardest programs that she's ever put out. And so just be mindful of that when people are, you know, thinking about trying new things. Like, it probably wouldn't be the best one to start off with. So, you know, maybe even doing, you know, your 21-day fix extreme group when that one starts, maybe even having some of your regular just 21-day fixers go in there anyway. Obviously your content might be a little different, but at least they're not going to be overwhelmed and feel like a failure when they can't, you know, do all the crazy reps that she's doing. So that's just an idea. And then May 31st is when 21-day fix and extreme will be available on BOD for everybody. And then, of course, our upcoming dates, July 11th to the 14th, is the Coach Summit in Indy. Is everybody going to that, or Carol's going?
Yep.
Courtney, you're not going? Darcy, are you going? I think you're muted still.
I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking about it? Is that what you said?
Muted now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Okay, I think, I didn't put down the date, but I think the price, it's $165, goes off sale pretty soon. I think the price will probably go up a little bit. So you can just check your back office for that if you are interested. I know it is a big commitment too. I mean, this is my 5th year of coaching and I've only went once. So don't feel bad. You still get to watch everything live if you can't go. It's really an awesome opportunity to go, but you'll
really
get
cool.
a similar experience.
Yeah, I was in Vegas, like my first year of coaching. It was the last year they did it in Vegas, and I went to the first year in Nashville after that, or maybe I skipped a year and then I went to Nashville. It's really cool. The live workouts, so workouts with the trainers are really amazing. It is really a lot of good energy from all the other coaches there. The training sessions are really, really cool. The key is to keep the momentum going after Summit, and I know there's always, like, Josh Coates does seminars like post Summit momentum, carrying it forward, and that's really, really important in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's kind of a really good thing to think about all the time in general is, yeah, and I find myself doing this all the time. I take in so much content and learning. I'm constantly, you know, reading a new book, but the implementation piece is what is the most important, you know, and so
Yep.
Just being mindful of that. What we learn, we have to give back. So sharing is caring, right? Speaking of that, actually, and this, I'm just sharing this because I recently learned about it. It's not really a book that I've ever heard any other coaches talking about, but for me, I hold back a lot, and by that I mean I don't share everything, and which is fine. You know, it's all fine. But this book, one of my coworkers told me about. He's a little bit older than me. You know, he's in his 60s, and he was talking about this book called The War of Art, and it's written by the same person who wrote The Legend of Bagger Vance, which they really don't have anything to do with one another. But the book is all about those things that like hold us back, those restraints. Like a perfect example for me to try to explain this is I will have a message from someone and I can, you know, kind of do my little screen it a little bit and I can see a couple of the words and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know I have to respond to that and I won't. I don't know why. I have this thing that holds me back. And so what this book does is kind of go into that a little bit, why we kind of procrastinate and things like that. So just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody else has that issue, I'm like my own worst enemy. And I think that's what it's trying to get you to think around that. So just wanted to share that. If you guys are interested in that at all, you can actually listen to it on YouTube. The whole audio version is on there. So take what you will with that, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And all right, so in terms of the ultimate portion fix, I just wanted to see, what questions do you guys have? Do you guys want to share anything else about it? How do you guys plan on marketing this to your customers and to your client? And like, what will your posts be about, and how many times will you guys be posting about this each week?
Well, here's my thinking on it. 21-day fix is what I started with 4 years ago as a customer. And I think that's really cool. And I think back to the experience I had, and I think I posted this in our team page, how Kat, the modifier, is coming back. And I feel a real close connection to her because I had to modify so much. But then I'm hesitant to share that because I didn't have a big transformation. I mean, obviously I've had some transformation because I'm still here, still doing this, and still loving Beachbody programs, but I don't have that wow, before and after. So I struggle with that, like how to share this. I guess I feel like maybe I'm not credible, or, you know what I'm saying, or I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So
I totally
that's what, that's where I'm kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do it if it didn't really work for you? Like, I didn't have that huge transformation. So
yeah. I think, don't beat yourself up that you didn't have a transformation. I mean, I can't tell you how many programs I've done, and I lose the same 5 pounds, but I always lose.
Me too.
Fine.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I mean, I think focus on those non-scale victories, those things that have nothing to do with inches, nothing to do with pounds. How did you feel? Like, I always try to talk about the feeling, and even just like what I'm noticing with this whole ultimate reset is knowing that I'm in control of what I eat and food is not in control of me, because that, I think, is something that people don't even realize how out of control they are. They're like, oh, I'm hungry. And they're like, oh, we're at McDonald's drive-through. And they don't have any control over it. So think back to when you started in where you were before, and then where you were at that, 3-week mark. How did you feel? There's those struggles, but share about all of that. And if you guys did that first impressions list that Autumn had talked about, I don't know if you guys have done any of the videos.
I haven't delved into it yet. This week, a crazy week, but speaking of that, is she had put sort of put that schedule together to get through it in a couple of weeks. So that's sort of my plan.
Yeah, definitely. And what I really love about this first impressions is it's just asking you questions about your first impressions with the ultimate portion fix. So, one of them is, what were your fears or misconceptions about the containers in the beginning? Like, oh my gosh, the tiny blue, I only get 1 blue a day. Are you kidding me? Like, that's my fear about this program. I've never done the portion fix completely. I always fail at it. So that's what I want to share with people is share those first impressions. Why can't I have more avocados? Well, I'll eventually learn this through the certification, but why can't I have more feta cheese? Like, it's fine.
Right.
Everything's better with feta. So,
everything's better.
You know what I mean? Just think about that. So these questions are really great to generate all of the questions that other people are thinking about. So
I think you mentioned that she put there's a lot in there for, helping you figure out what to say and how to post. That sort of stuff. So I haven't gotten to that point yet. So
and that's what I'm finding is really great about the whole certification. It's not just about learning about the containers and the macros and why and how we eat these things. It's how do we talk about these with people? How do you post on your social media? How do you invite to your challenge groups? So she just, like I said, she just did that 4-minute video. I think it was in the coach group, and it was perfect. She said, this one woman was vegetarian, and it was a question someone asked her. She's like, this woman was vegetarian, but she was eating basically like a dirty vegetarian. It was all carbs and, beans and things like that. And so she's like, this is what you do. You take that information and you talk about it. And then she told you exactly how to put it into an IG story. So, sharing pictures and graphics. And she's like, you tag me in all of your videos on your story. She really laid it out, so it's super simple.
Cool.
So I think that's what's really cool about this and very different than other kind of coach test groups and things that we've done before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course there's the challenge group guide is already posted in the back office. So that's also really helpful as we're walking through, and if you're concerned about posting, obviously pull from there. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Another great thing too, I don't know if you guys all got the email, but it's titled The Ultimate Portion Fit Challenge Packs and Products are available now. It came out to me at least on Monday. I'm pretty sure everybody got it, but it came from Team Beachbody. But in that email is basically the whole outline again of all of the dates that we had, like on that slide that I showed you guys. But it's got tons of links in it. It's a super great resource. Definitely flag it in your email if you can. But it's got, you know, the marketing tools, sales support materials, product education tools, like links to all the FAQs. I mean, it's just, it's a really, really great email. So definitely check that out and flag that for you guys, for yourselves. I've actually been kind of going through it slowly today. So yeah, and then of course, you guys know how awesome BOD is. So you do your certification while you're sitting at the doctor's office, while your kids are reading books or something. I mean, I don't know, I just love that it's at our hand. You know, you don't have to sit in front of a computer. You can listen over and over again.
And we can get it through the nutrition app on our phone too, right? The videos.
Yeah, I just did mine on BOD and went to the nutrition tab.
I found them
right there.
Yeah, I found them on the nutrition app on my phone, and sort of, my little Boy Scout just got home. Sorry.
Oh, hi. Did you build fires? Sorry, my kids are old, so.
No. Sorry, go ahead. Let me see what
no, it's fine. I like it. I like the interruptions. So one thing too that I was trying to figure out is who do I personally want to market for the Ultimate Portion Fix? Because it is a nutrition-based program. It's not like our other programs that have a workout, at least right this second, with a workout and then with the nutrition. So for me, and then what I've also been hearing, one of my girlfriends is a runner. She's like, I'm targeting my runner friends. She's got marathon runners, half marathon runners. So she's like, this is perfect for them because you get the nutrition piece. You're going to have balanced macros, you know, things like that, along with your running schedule. So thinking about things outside of the box, but also within our box too, because we have a great tool. We have BOD that has, you know, something for everybody. You guys know this, but think about how you can creatively market this to people. You know, maybe like I still like going to group exercise classes. So this is perfect for those people who still like to go to the gym and not necessarily do BOD all the time. Especially kind of the same, similarly with 2B Mindset. It's also great for people who don't want to work out at all. It's a nutrition-based program that is going to help them understand why and how, and this is why you eat, you know, a red, and this is why you don't eat two reds together. And so it really helps people just rethink their whole eating plan. And then I know for me too, I'm an overeater. I should start an OA group or something, but I always was taught to finish my plate. So that's definitely somebody who I'm going to market as well. Is I need the portion structure. I need the structure of not eating too much because like I said, I will just eat whatever's on my plate till it's gone. I hate throwing away food. Throwing away my avocado cucumber soup was actually harder than it looked. I just hate wasting food. So that's kind of another thing I'm going to be marketing and sharing posts and things. So I just kind of was curious if you guys thought about who you want to market. You guys have any ideas for how you can market this and share? Anything? And it's okay if you don't have anything. Okay. All right. So just continue to think about that. Definitely, if you guys aren't in that Facebook group, Autumn is really helping us think through these exact things. Who do we market? How do we think outside of the box? So I thought maybe we could generate some ideas. I'll go ahead and put like, you know, for runners or maybe like CrossFitters or something, people who just don't do, who just really aren't interested in Beachbody programs. Okay, that's totally fine. That's But here's some ideas for those type of tools. So I will put that in here, and then I can share this in our page. CrossFitters, runners. And then if you guys have any other ideas, we can add them here. Overeaters. What about binge eaters? They fit in here? All right. So any other questions? We've got a couple minutes left. Anything? Any other just random questions? They don't have to be about the ultimate portion fix.
Well, I was curious. I was looking ahead on, I don't know if you all have these monthly planning sheets that have been put out somewhere. Yeah. And so it has on this version, which this was published a couple of months ago, it says top secret consumable coming out in April. Has anyone heard any more about that? I mean, April is just around the corner. Really just a couple weeks. So I was just curious if anybody had heard. I'm excited to hear what that is. I hope that it's a more vegan performance line, but
yeah, that would be really nice.
I don't know. I'm not in the know, but
yeah, that's crazy. It really surprised me how many people want the vegan options. I mean, I always think vegans, it's just like a very small percentage of people, but
yeah, I think it's more of it's the dare, it's the whey, it's the whey-based recover and recharge. I think a lot of people use those products that can't have dairy. So anyway,
and dairy is the worst. I mean, I used to chug milk out of the jug. Don't tell anybody. I don't do it anymore, but I mean, it's so bad for you. Like I say, if you want to go to, at least be organic or whatever, that's the first thing to get rid of and transition to. So, yeah. Well, that's kind of exciting. If I hear something, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I know. But we know Beachbody's always got something in the works, and they're probably planning stuff out for years.
I know. Great, I know. So. I feel like Autumn's been planning this ultimate portion fix for a while.
Yeah. She's covered everything.
Anything else? Any other questions, thoughts, ideas? I don't have anything else. All right. Well, let's get back to our normal lives. And I will stop recording so people aren't bored with me here. So let's see. Stop sharing and stop